Hello, hello. We are back with Terra Nullius, going into our second part of the night here. And, let's see. I'm trying to think of where Miggy would, like, have this conversation with you, Arie.
Either in our room or when we're training and I'm very distracted.
Yeah, I think it's, you guys have just finished training. Training in air quotes. Because it didn't go very well. And,
So then can we say that the conversation with Raia and I happened in the morning then?
Yeah, that makes sense. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And, you guys, we get this, like, short montage of you guys, like, finishing up training, heading back towards where you guys usually stay. And then, Miggy, because you guys are, like, outside, right? So, Miggy, I think, sees, like, a game trail off to the side as you guys are kind of, like, walking back in his path, back to the complex. And he just kind of, like, nods his head towards it and says, Arie, do you want to take a walk?
Is he gonna try to kill me in the jungle? I just say sure.
Kind of nods to himself as you guys start down it. He just says, "So, is there something on your mind? I mean, I guess I can guess what's on your mind, but do you want to talk about it, or at least just tell me about it? I hate to see you trapped in your own thoughts like this."
I'm just very confused.
Understandable.
I told you I saw him die. So I'm confused as to how he could possibly be alive.
I mean, you saw me die too.
Yeah, but I mean, that's just, I don't know. It just seems different. I don't know. Like, I feel like something's wrong.
How old were you when this happened again?
13? I don't know.
Yeah.
This just feels different.
Okay. Different in what way?
I don't know. I have no idea. I have no frame of reference of how it feels different. I've seen lots of people die. People I care about. But with Samuel, I guess maybe because it's just been 13 years. I don't know. Nobody else was around except the people who wanted us dead. So who would revive him? Who, like, it just doesn't make sense to me. I just don't understand. And I feel like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't have any answers for you, Arie. Do you? Well, what's next? They're here. Is that what I? Wait, how much have you told him about this?
I haven't told him anything.
So just he's alive. Okay. Yeah, he said. I guess he says. Do you know where he is? Raia was trying to contact him and found out he was alive.
He's one day away from being here.
He stops walking. He like looks at you. He's here.
I mean, he's on a ship right now, and they're about to break shore in a day.
Wait, did Lord Navarro hire him on a second expedition? Then I don't know. How is he here?
Another lord hired him. Miggy, do you trust me?
Of course, with my life and my heart.
I trust you. I have to find him. I have to get answers.
Okay. Yeah.
And that might mean switching sides.
Oh. Oh.
Are you okay with that?
He doesn't say anything. Like, he's really confused.
Miggy, please
What,
say something.
you're going to break your contract to join sides with Samuel just because he's your cousin?
Just because he's my cousin?
No, I'm saying, has Navarro done something to make you want to switch sides?
I don't care about Navarro. I don't care about this other lord. I don't care about sides.
Okay.
The only reason have stayed in my contract with Lord Navarro is because that was what was beneficial for me at the time.
Okay.
It's no longer beneficial for me to be there. And to be frank with you, Lord Navarro is probably good as dead soon anyways. From the sounds of it.
Yeah, he just seems really troubled.
Can I roll like insight?
Yeah. Do you
like,
wanna go ahead and roll insight?
Why? Yeah. I really want inspiration for this.
Yeah, you want to tell us something about Arie?
Yeah, because I want to be a good girlfriend to Miggy. I want to know what's bothering him. Okay, so continuation of story time. So the last we saw was Arie like getting ready to like run to hide because Samuel said, Arie, go hide. And then you see a gust of wind come through, and it's the dragon. And he basically lands in the village, and he says in Draconic, like, Dante? Because like he knows the chief leader.
Yeah, sure.
And so Arie like comes through like to the center where the dragon is and meets her father there. And Dante kind of looks at the dragon and says, tribute's not for another 2 days. What are you doing? Like kind of confidently, like almost like, what are you doing here? Like, why are you here? Like, we have neutrality with you. Like, we're going to give you your tribute. Why are you here? And basically the dragon just like teases him in this moment. And I'm just going to summarize it. Just says like, you have a fugitive in your midst. Somebody killed one of my poor little servants. And you can tell the dragon doesn't care at all about that servant that this person killed. But is basically like, I've come to tell you what I want for tribute this year. I think blood for blood is appropriate this year. I want that boy. Find him and surrender him to me in 2 days. And the dragon just flies off. And Dante's just like, what the frick? And Arie like knows. Like, oh crap. It was Samuel's friend. And yeah, that's where we'll cut there.
Nice. That's super cool.
End scene.
I could totally see all of that in my head. That's really cool.
Right? I know. I love it. Okay. Insight. 24.
Didn't even need it. Yeah.
Whoa. Why is he so troubled?
I mean, it's probably easy to guess from Miggy's life, right? Like, this is the first thing that he has cared about. Right? The first thing he's felt a purpose doing. And I mean, he's the only reason he's not like immediately like, no, we can't betray Lord Navarro's trust is because like, honestly, this whole like season 3 was all like, basically you guys are on your own quest now, doing your own thing. And Navarro was like, okayed that. And he's like, all right, cool. Like, we need to save the world because, you know, I can't conquer this land if it's dead. But Miggy's just really conflicted because he feels like he's giving up again. Right? Like, he's like, okay, I was going to do this thing and it was going to be great. And now you're asking me to do the one thing I told myself I'd never do again.
Which is to give up.
Yeah.
Okay, because she doesn't see it that way at all.
Oh, I know Arie doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but I mean, she wants to be supportive of him, though. I'm just trying to think what she would say. She'd say, like, I think she like goes up to him and like touches his like cheek or whatever, you know, like try to like comfort him and whatnot as he's like distressed, and he's like, "Look at me, Miggy. I know that this mission and being part of this party is important to you. I'm not asking you to give that up for me. I'm not asking you to give up. I'm just asking. I don't know what she's asking, actually. I'm like,
Trust her? You mentioned that before.
Yeah, I mean, like, you trust me to follow this new path that's been laid out.
Okay, but in chat.
Okay, who are like, I'm following this, like, what the heck's happening?
I think I have a guess this is for this person is. Okay, but he said, Kelt's Knight said, OMG, eating on stream? Caleb, tisk tisk. What would Dernick say? Time and place for everything. Hashtag send our sayings. And I was like, Dernick? Wait, who are you? Because that's from the Belgariad, my favorite book series of all time. And they said, ha ha ha, I'm just a simple Drasnian merchant trying to make my way in the world.
Wait, this is from, that's from what?
The Belgariad, the book series that Emily and I bonded over.
Oh.
It's the reason we're best friends, that and Sleeping at Last. But yeah, I think I have an idea of who this person is, but anyway, I just wanted to mention that because that was kind of crazy. Hello. Hi there. So, basically what was the last thing you said?
I mean, I'm just like, I don't really know what she's saying. She's not good at this. Neither am I.
Yeah.
She's just like, I'm not asking you to give up. I don't want to split the party or to stop this quest for what we're doing. What we're doing is still important. It's just, if we can still do that with somebody else, then I think that might be in our best interest.
Make a persuasion check.
No persuasion checks with Miggy.
Sorry.
No, you should have.
That's what that is.
No, why? I don't want to do this. I'm gonna roll a natural one, and it's just not gonna be good.
Have you ever rolled anything but a natural one? Persuading Miggy?
One time.
Okay.
One time when I was trying to convince him not to go after the orb or go in the tower. That was it.
But that was before you were dating.
And then you're gonna have to say
this
that loud.
Don't make me roll this. Don't make me roll this.
You can tell us something else about Arie.
No! I've already told too much today.
I've already revealed too much.
No!
Was it a natural one?
No, it's three.
It's a 3.
Well, it looks like our relationship's about to be tested here, so let's see how we respond.
That is like amazing and awful at the same time.
It's about to be our first fight, I think. Let's
so.
see.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
He says, I can't. Arie, I swore a pledge of loyalty to Navarro. Right. So why are we even having this conversation? Arie, I told you that this was the thing that I was finally going to get right. And now you're asking me to betray even that.
No, I'm not asking.
Yes, you are. What else are you asking me to do? On a whim? Because your cousin randomly showed up with another lord?
Whim. This is my life. This is Samuel I'm talking about. This isn't just a random person that was in my life.
So get him to switch sides. Why are we...
He's already on that side.
No, get him to switch to Navarro's side.
Navarro's good as dead. There's an armada coming.
Why? What?
There's an armada coming.
An armada?
Did you not get that?
No, I think you failed to mention that part.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that it was plenty implied when I said Lord Navarro is good as dead.
You were being esoteric. I had literally no idea what you were saying.
You know, this is just what I expected. I asked you if you trust me, and the moment this is tested, look what happens.
Oh.
I thought I was the most important thing to you, not this mission.
Oh.
Apparently not.
Oh.
Ooh.
Dropping bombs.
You know, you really are horrible with people.
Yeah, I know I am. You knew that going into this.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
He's just kind of like staring off in the distance. Like, obviously, like, very disgruntled and like...
I don't think she knows what to say.
Yeah.
At this point.
I think Miggy says, I need to think about this. And I think you do too.
I don't need to think at all.
Yes, you
I've already
do.
made my decision. No. I'm gonna see Samuel no matter what.
Whoa. That was a little too much for Emily right there.
Emily just like swoons. Goes. He just like turns around and walks back the way you guys came from.
Oh.
Yep, that was uncomfortable.
Well. Yep.
So
That's the thing.
yeah.
I knew it. Don't never make me roll persuasion again.
Sorry.
Why? Why? I shouldn't have used my inspiration on that insight. I have such good insight. Horrible persuasion.
So
It's fantastic.
I would say that like Miggy goes and talks to Raia, but I don't know if he
But
wants to talk to
no.
anyone right now.
I mean, Torty's on there already.
I don't know what he wants to talk to you about.
Well, if you wanted to talk to someone,
I mean, he probably just needs to think.
Yeah, I think he just he walks off somewhere. Cool. Is there anything else y'all want to see?
I would like to try and scry on Lord Navarro.
Okay, yeah.
What do you guys have things you want to do? Because I'm just out until Jordan comes back.
Okay, yeah. So, oh, hey, Jordan's in chat actually. So,
Jordan's in chat.
Yeah, I'd assume that he'll be back shortly or something.
I don't see him. Oh, there he is. I see him.
So, Raia, want to make that roll?
You make the rule.
Oh, okay, sounds good.
You're the one who makes it. It's a wisdom save for me.
Oh, right, yeah.
It's not like no, you. It's a no. You're the one.
I was like really confused. I was like, I don't know what's going on. Yeah. Well, are there any modifiers to this?
It's a wisdom
Minus
save
five.
-5.
He has -5. Okay. Couldn't remember.
Dang.
Oh,
Whoa. No.
you rolled the 2.
Yeah, I rolled a 2.
Oh, okay, cool. So I definitely see him.
Yes, you really do. Yeah, so he is He seems to be preparing for something. He is shoring up defenses. He's like talking to people, shoring up defenses. You can
Prepare
see
for something.
Yeah, you can see that he there are a bunch of dead zombie bodies like in front of the palisade that weren't there before, that they haven't like moved yet. And basically, yeah, he's like kind of like going around camp making sure that things are in order. You don't see Akashi or Lucian or Damien. You don't see any of those people. It's just Navarro kind of walking around by himself, talking to various people, preparing for something. You're unsure as to what. Do you just watch the whole 10 minutes?
Yeah, just to see if anything's
Okay.
going on.
I think at the very like end of the 10 minutes, you see Navarro goes up on top of the palisade, and he's kind of like looking out over things, and you can see that there's like a swath of trees that were there before, that, you know, because you've been in this camp before, that are now gone in the same fashion that has been referred to earlier. And then you just see a black cloud on the horizon. And it's just starting to like grow darker. It's really hard to tell if it's like a storm cloud, or you can make a perception test too.
Sure,
See if you can
I'll
figure it
do
out.
that. Let me roll first to see
Mhm.
if it's even worth adding anything. 9 plus whatever it is.
Isn't it so much more nice
3.
just to roll the dice?
So 12.
It's hard to tell if it's a storm cloud or an insect swarm. You're not sure.
Oh.
Like, it looks dispersed enough that it might be an insect swarm, but it's also close together enough that you're not sure if you're seeing it right, and it might be a storm cloud or something. But it's moving fast. It's gathering quickly.
Towards.
Yeah, coming
Navarro?
towards
Okay.
Navarro.
So that's like at the end of my 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Then I want to like immediately go back into scry on the camp.
Okay, yeah, the location itself.
Yeah.
Because you can just do that automatically.
Right.
Yeah. So, some craziness ensues.
Oh my god.
Basically, you get the gist. Like, you see a battle happen. Lucian ends up showing up. Damien ends up showing up. Akashi ends up showing up. All these people end up showing up from somewhere else. They were working on something else. To fight off whatever this is. You're familiar with it, though. So you remember those
No!
The little brain thingy?
No!
the
Yeah.
swarms? Yeah, that like
Yeah. No, we know what they are.
possessed
I
you
had
guys.
to fight off everybody.
Exactly. A giant cloud of it just like attacks the camp.
Oh no.
And by the end of the battle, like half of Navarro's forces are dead, because they've killed each other. But, you know, the swarm was defeated because of Lucian doing all of his magic and Akashi attacking stuff and whatnot. But yeah, it's horrifying to watch.
Okay.
Like I said, Lord Navarro is as good as dead anyway, so let's just switch sides. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay. So as soon as that happens, I want to go ahead and send a message to Sabu. And there's not like a name for those creatures that I would know, right?
No.
We have known a name that I would have shared. Oh, that's a little too convoluted. Oh, I didn't realize I got a text from Jordan saying on my way now.
Okay.
Hard to hear it. Phone buzzing when you have headphones on.
It's fair.
Okay. So I send message to Cebu just saying, deadly swarms of creatures are on island with Navarro. They invade your brain and then turn you against each other. Be careful.
To Cebu, you're sending this?
Yeah, I just want to warn him.
Yeah. Okay. Say the first part again.
Deadly swarms of creatures are on the island with Navarro.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think he sends back, thank you for the warning, but I don't think we'll end up anywhere near that spot.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
I mean, honestly, at this point, Navarro, like, just the island is gonna kill off Navarro and his whole.
Yeah,
army.
but
The
then
island is going to destroy itself.
then it might spread.
I don't know.
We'll see.
Okay.
I
I
don't know if that would help.
Send back.
Raid definitely wouldn't help.
Yeah.
Do you know?
The Muff Man.
Yep, there we go. That's what I want to ask him. Do you know the Muffin Man?
He sends back, who lives on Drury Lane?
I use my last 3rd level spell to say yes. That one.
He says no.
Do you know where you are landing?
I think he says, sorry, but I'm not allowed to share that information. I probably already shared too much.
Celt Knight brings up a good point. He says, but sharing is caring, don't they care?
I don't know if he cares or not. That's the thing. I want him to, but I
He's
don't
really
know
just
if he
using you
does.
if you really think about it.
He's what?
He's really just using you if you really think about it.
Shh, no, he's not. I just send back. How are you going to meet up then?
How are we going to meet up then?
If I don't know where you are, how are we going to meet up? You know?
Yeah.
Persuasion?
Persuasion?
No, I don't think that's not necessarily yet. He says us meeting will likely be a matter of chance and not of purpose.
Oh
no.
I have a bigger obligation. I apologize, Raia. And then I think he sends back to you. He sends he says, I might be able to give you a little bit of information as to where we are, and maybe you could find us. But
what a jerk.
But he says, but even then, I'm pushing it.
What a jerk. Jeez.
I just say back to him. Well, I guess I'll share the that disappointing information with Arie.
Oh no!
So yeah.
Jordan was asking when would be a good time for him to join in.
You can jump on. Yeah.
Jump on, Jordan.
Say,
Oh,
Samuel
no.
really doesn't try to message me at all.
I send a
With
message
Sabu.
to Samuel. Okay, let's see how
Jordan!
many messages. 1, 2, 3.
Let's not jump on Jordan.
Hi, Jordan.
Hi, everybody.
Player 4 has entered the
Ah,
match.
there's 4. There's 2 of you. I need to close Twitch.
Yeah. So.
Okay, I want to send a message to Samuel though.
Okay.
By the way, Seth, I totally said the Muffin Man at the exact same time as you.
That's
You
awesome.
missed it earlier, Jordan. I changed my third goal. But it's totally not about squirrels or ketchup.
Aw. You didn't say it wasn't about checkers.
No, I didn't. Sorry, Emily. Go ahead.
No, I'm still drafting.
Okay.
I have things that I need to talk to you all about.
Well, you should give us your goals. Well, should you do goals? While
Oh
we're
yeah, do that.
Yeah. Because I've totally got them prepared on hand. Darius is going to try not to die.
Don't die. That's my goal.
Not don't die.
If
Not
you don't die, you can't lose.
I mean, yeah, I guess stay alive is technically a valid goal.
Stay alive.
It would mean that I would have to challenge you and constantly put your life in danger, but I do that already.
Oh,
So
yeah, so it's almost like I'd be getting experience for combat again.
I mean, you can always have a goal be fight monsters. Like, just saying.
I just don't know if Darius would be like, yeah, my goal is to kill stuff.
So do you still have learn more about how someone becomes the god of death, or have you
I
gotten
thought
your?
I completed that.
Yeah. I mean, again, that can always be a thing you learn more about, but you did finish it in terms of like you've learned a thing, like a path, right?
Right.
Which was the intention of the goal. So
There
you
was,
can learn another path, but
I need time to think.
that's okay.
That's fine. I have my message
Go
for
ahead.
Samuel now.
Okay.
So I think I'm on to my 4th level spells now. To Samuel.
Mhm.
I know you aren't supposed to share your location, but Arie needs to see you when you get here to prove you're real and alive.
Make a persuasion check.
I was ready for it.
Mm-hmm.
I had
Oh.
dice that I was going to use. What do I get to add to
4.
persuasion? 19.
19.
A lot better than Alyssa's.
No kidding.
Okay.
So Jordan,
Roll persuasion, Arie. Like that ever turns out well.
So you get back. You get back from Samuel. Sabu is a little bit of a stickler when it comes to rules, but I think I can probably slip you guys some information if you did want to meet up.
Yeah. That's my boy. That's my Samuel. I love him so much.
Miggy kicks a stone in the jungle somewhere.
That was saying that as player Alyssa, but
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sure it was.
Arie loves Miggy, okay? She really does.
I know.
She's so bad at talking to people. Samuel's probably equally as bad, so it might work.
Okay, and then I send another message to Samuel.
Okay.
Because I gotta get in there. I need him to be my wingman.
Yeah, of course.
With Sabu.
Uh-huh.
Because he's already gonna slip us some info.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna say, let's see.
Note, Jordan, we are bumping up the amount of XP that we get from goals. I am doing that. So,
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I mean, doesn't that happen when we level up anyway?
No, as in like, yeah, beyond that.
Oh, nice. Yay! That's going to be great when I give myself 3 goals that aren't going to be finished until the end of the season.
I mean, at the end of the season, it will be great.
At the end of the season, I'll be level 12.
Yeah.
Also, Emily's computer's not working, so when you roll a dice, say what it is.
Yeah, and I'm rolling real dice.
That's why, because I heard you on I heard you on the stream. I'm like, wait, why is Emily rolling real dice? Is Caleb just like going with that now, or
why? How can I say this to persuade Samuel to talk me up to Sabu?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Be right back.
I feel like this is lame though. Lion send back this lame message that's not very fun and flirty, but it's the best I can do. Just send back, thank you, Samuel. I really want to meet up with Sabu and you. Could you let him know that I'm not upset and I respect his loyalty?
Okay. Make another persuasion check, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Caleb, did I complete learn more about the caretaker? Who was he? I completed that, right?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Cool.
Ooh. Okay, I add
4.
4.
Yep.
12.
12. Okay. Let's see. I mean, I don't know your face. I don't know why he wouldn't like say that, right?
Yeah, but it's
But I think
Maybe
he just
doesn't
says
do it with the amount of sincerity.
right. I think that's probably what it is, right? So he just says, "Sure, I can do that," but like, I don't know. It doesn't sound as convincing. He doesn't send back, right? Like, I will make sure that he understands the depth of your affection for him. Yeah, no, right? Like,
Such guys.
he's acting like a guy. Yeah.
Ugh.
I just want to do more drugs because I'm upset.
Out of
I kind of want to
context.
do some with you. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh no.
Don't do drugs. Don't
But
do
she knows
drugs.
she has
Don't
the
do
drugs,
drugs.
I guess,
Don't
so.
do drugs. Drugs.
I'm
Don't
gonna do
do
some
them.
drugs
Just
in my
don't
room
do
while I wait for
drugs.
them to call the meeting because I'm upset that Sabu doesn't love me.
Are you gonna do drugs? Is that what you're?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Make a Constitution save.
Oh boy.
Okay, I believe I add 4 to this.
I'll double check, but 2.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Nice.
Good old Raia. She handles drugs like a boss.
I don't know why I cheered that because I'm like, wait, no.
So Raia,
Oh.
just where are you doing these drugs?
Just in my room.
Just in your room, you're just doing some drugs. All right,
Yeah.
sounds good.
Sad.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, you're gonna be mildly high when you go to this meeting. It's gonna be fine.
Perfect. I'm so excited.
But yeah, I mean, Jordan, do you have any like solo thing you want to do before we get to the meeting? And also, do you have your goals?
I have 2 out of the 3.
Okay.
Actually,
are they?
I know what the third one is.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because you finished like all of your goals, so.
Yeah. Okay. 3 things.
Mm-hmm.
Goal number 1. Figure out how blood can create a new god of death. How much blood? Whose blood?
Right.
Does it have to be murder with a certain weapon? Discover specifics of how this makes someone the god of death.
Yeah. Figure out
God.
how blood can create a new god of death. Yeah, sure. Okay.
Yeah. 2. Discover more of the power of Death's Hood.
Mm-hmm.
And 3, this is going to be a fun one. Discover a way to move between planes of existence.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh.
I'm sure that won't go horribly wrong.
Nope. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I'm so into these. So into these, Jordan. Cool.
I'm just going to... am I still going to need to collect the flowers?
No.
Or is that... Okay, cool.
No.
I'm going to remove that.
No more flower sniffing.
No more flower sniffing for
No
Darius.
more drugs for Darius.
Yeah.
I mean, Darius will stop to smell the flowers every once in a while. But, sometimes there's just no time for sniffing the flowers.
I think the rest of those memories that are floating around your head, Darius, I think, let's just say we fill in any information that has been presented on screen and we know about the caretaker, whether it's from Raia or something else, and now Darius also knows it.
Okay.
So you had some time to sift through them.
Yeah. Okay. So the one thing that I think Darius would be doing,
Mhm.
while everyone's kind of doing their own thing,
Yeah.
is doing the same sort of like meditation thing after his, kind of training for the day.
Okay.
Tries his meditation thing with the hood and sees like what he can figure out. See, just kind of figure out how to channel this power and such.
Sure. Make a wisdom save. Everyone's favorite save.
It's true.
At least Raia's.
Now the question is, do I want to do something that's gonna? Nah, just gonna go for it. Why not?
Okay.
So 6.
So, yep, 16.
Right. Yeah, because you have your crazy thing. So,
I think that's what I got last time too.
yeah, it might have been.
So literally, Jordan, like, let's just put it this way: he has basically a +10 to wisdom.
Yeah.
So
For
like,
wisdom save.
even if he rolls a 12 or a 2, like, it's still a 12.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's insane.
It's really handy.
Yeah, it is.
It's really, really.
Honestly,
handy.
Darius's like ability here has made saves much less difficult for you guys in general. So,
Nice.
Darius, what is your intention specifically? Just to connect yourself more to the hood in a general sense, in the same way that you did before?
So I think Darius's intention is.
Probably should have asked this before I made you do the roll. But...
That's true. I think his intention is to I mean, I like before I was saying he's like trying to figure out how to channel and focus this power and energy.
Mhm.
And I think he was kind of using the hood to kind of figure out what sort of power the hood actually contains, because the only
Right.
thing that he knew was the fear thing. And it's like, okay, but like, what is the hood and what's it about, and like what sort of power lies within this, because just trying to figure out more of what the hood can do, and I think to some extent to see if it will. Because does Darius know that he actually left the other plane of existence the last time when he tried to do this?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I think Darius is like at least part of it is trying to figure out if this hood has anything to do with any of that sort of travel that he's been like going interplanar.
Right. So you want to see if it's the hood itself that's making this happen?
To see if the hood is making it happen, or at the very least, if he's able to channel this power and amplify it, or somehow.
So again, is your goal centered on the hood or on the transcendence?
Specifically for this role,
like, are you just trying to connect to the hood?
Yeah, basically he's just trying to connect to the hood and see what happens at this point.
Darius puts on some baggy pants without a belt, and he goes into the hood, and then he connects with the people there.
He's out of my homies.
Yep. Take some. Anyway, so
I'm a champion at basketball.
There you go. You got some street cred now. Got some respect. Yeah.
I don't like city hockey though.
16.
Too many pucks.
16.
When you're 16, go.
I think that. So you feel like there's something right beyond the edge of your mind that's like clawing at the walls of your mind that wants to get in. But you kind of, I mean, it's up to you. You could let it come in if you wanted to, but I assume you push it away.
Yeah.
You feel this kind of like overpowering little like presence there, but you can push it away. But I think beyond that, you feel. Yeah, I mean, I feel like you connect to the hood, but I'm just curious as to what exactly occurs, because I don't think you've rolled high enough or
I definitely
long enough to like unlock a new thing.
Right.
But I feel like something else happens here, and it's a good thing, not a bad thing.
Could it be maybe that one of the other ability has some sort of change to it? Or
possibly. Okay, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead if you have an idea.
Well, I was gonna say maybe it's something like I can turn the skull thing on and off, so it's just blackness, or there's a skull or something. I don't know.
So I think what happens is there's a weird juxtaposition happens in your mind where you sense this this force, whatever it is, like clawing at the walls of your outer membrane, and you get the sense that you can. No, yeah, okay, I know what it is. You get like a sense, almost like a sixth sense, like another sense that you didn't have before, another way of perceiving the world. Suddenly kind of clicks in Darius's mind, and you sense whatever this thing is that's like on the outskirts of your mind. You sense its life. You sense its like energy, its like livingness, right? So anything, the thing that keeps it going. And it's not like an exact sense. You can't like say, oh, this person has like 20 years left to live, that sort of thing, right? But it's sort of like a thing where you feel, and you guess this must be what death itself feels, but you feel this reverse tug, right? Similar to the tug where you were gonna die, but like inverse in such a way that you feel drawn to whatever this life is because you want to end it, right? You know that you could end it. And maybe you would grow more powerful if you did end it. That sort of thing happens, I think.
Darius becomes a Grim Reaper.
I mean, of all the
he literally has the Grim Reaper's hood, so yeah.
I mean, I kind of this was one of my predictions.
He
Like
has entered on this path.
Darius becomes the Grim Reaper. Toity becomes the god of death. And everyone else has like their different roles.
Rise,
I figure out somebody else to be the guardian, so then I can
The
go
guardian.
live happily ever after
Yeah.
with Sabu.
Sabu doesn't even want to see you.
Shut up, okay?
I mean, I don't think there's any room for you to talk. I don't think Miggy wants to see Arie either.
Whoa! Wow.
And no one wants to see Toity.
He does want to see me. He's just conflicted right now. Okay.
Yeah, I take it back. That's my answer for Sabu too.
Sure. I'm sure it's exactly the same.
Oh.
Yeah. Miggy at least loves me.
Shut up. Bye, guys.
The shade that's being thrown right now. Wow.
I thought
Wow.
Jordan was the shade.
Yeah.
I love you, Emily. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Please forgive me.
Once her favor is lost, it can never be regained.
Actually, why I'm not staying with you in Atlanta is
No.
because you kicked us out. No, that was supposed to be a joke on me, like self-deprecating. No, okay, I love you so much. Let's just move on.
And so Darius, oh man, Darius wants to kill things. Oh my
Let's do
gosh. Actually, that's very new. I mean, I guess this is a good time to have this scene. I think we should like cut back to a scene. Hopefully, I'll get inspiration for this or something. Not that I'm going to use it now, but cut
I'm just
back
wondering
to
who you're imitating in that moment.
what?
When you talk like this,
When I talk like this,
Yeah.
This is my.
that's
Larry
a
the
sparkle
cucumber.
persona. I love you, Jordan.
Well, I guess we're all no longer friends. This is
Yep.
moving
Yep.
forward.
I think me and Seth are the only people who have insulted each other.
I
Wait, haven't?
my
you?
sparkle persona
Haven't.
is more like Alex
But-
Louis Armstrong.
No, like
But-
right now.
Oh, but I mean, I thought my puns were fairly.
That's true. Yeah. No, I hate you. Yep, you're right.
Hey,
Jordan,
I haven't offended anyone yet, so let me just tell a pun right quick.
This is the beginning of the end of Terra Nullius. We're gonna slowly become not friends. We've hit the peak, and now we're gonna go down. Sorry, what were we gonna say, Jordan?
Pressure going down. So Darius' story. When Darius was first like trying to survive, like shortly after everything had happened, like only a couple months had passed. He's struggling to find food. He's kind of been trying to stick to berries and stuff. On occasion he has to like fight off some sort of wild animal or something. But for the most part, he's just kind of been running and booking it, and he's been kind of like pacifistic. And eventually Calvitas convinces him that he has to kill things to survive and has to like eat them and everything. So Darius like starts doing this for a while. Eventually, like it's just too much for like this little dwarf Darius, who's just like he can't take it anymore. He just like after having this confrontation, he just kind of breaks down. He falls down and he goes, "I don't want to kill anymore, no." And Calvitas just goes,
This is
"You
how he
have to
becomes a-
survive." Huh?
This is how he becomes a vegetarian. Sorry, go ahead.
And so like there's like a rabbit or something that he like has wounded, and he just like stops and he's like bawling over this rabbit, and he like his axe is laying beside him, and he just goes, I don't want to kill anymore. And Calvitas says, "You have to survive. It's the only way. Do you want to die like this rabbit?" And so Darius like begrudgingly and like he keeps doing this, and it just like breaks him.
Yeah, maybe we just get like a shot where we just see Darius's face as he has to kill this rabbit. We don't actually see him do it. Yeah, it's just like his like tear-streaked face. It just like snaps his rabbit's neck or something. Yeah.
It reminds me of that one episode of Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought that's where you were going with that.
Oh boy.
There's literally a rabbit.
Oh, what was the other thing? There was something else I was going to say about that whole thing. Oh, and like this is part of the reason why Darius, originally I had written that Darius like tried to whenever he ate, he kind of ate alone. Like he would take his food and go off and
I forgot.
be by himself. And I think like as time went on, he kind of got used to eating around everybody. But part of the reason why he wanted to eat by himself was because he like just felt all this shame from having to kill these animals and cook them and eat them himself. And he just like, so whenever he ate, he kind of like hid away and he like just still felt all that shame and everything.
Man, this is like intense because like some of the first things we got from Darius is him like saying like, yeah, let's eat this crab. But now I'm imagining it as if he's doing that just to like seem normal to everyone else, and inside he's dying. Oh my god.
Something I'd like to think too, and maybe Jordan, you can just correct me on this, is that when Arie and Darius met, right? Because Arie kills to survive, right?
Yeah.
But she does it in like a respect way. She's like, this is like the circle of life kind of a thing that maybe like taught him that, you know, maybe he still struggled with it, of course, but he was like, I think like she does that too, but like in a respectful way.
Yeah, and I think Darius kind of from Arie kind of learned how that sort of, and that's partially what opened him up to like being able to like normally eat with everyone. Is that he just saw Arie's example and saw, okay, there's an okay way to do this. There's it doesn't have to be this
best friends.
Probably almost the only friends at this point.
I know, really.
So, like, let's see how many fragmented friendships there are right now.
Well, let's just see how well of friends we are when I ask you to switch sides.
That's true.
Well, we'll see what happens, I guess.
Because you're a lawful neutral, so I mean.
Yeah, wait, right. That's the issue. That's what I was seeing. Is Darius? You literally, well. Yeah, I don't know, because you're technically your mission, your like law order like oath thing right now is for like to find the god of death, but it was given to you by Lord Navarro. So, yeah, I don't know.
I'll just go kill him. That's fine. I'll just kill him and get out of our contract.
No, I already know what Darius's response is to this.
Oh really? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Well, so Darius, you can charge inspiration. I mean, for sure, right? Like,
yay.
For that story. Is there anything else you wanted to tell us about that, or is we just getting this idea because of the like whole life energy thing that you suddenly have?
Yeah, well, I mean, I had like been thinking about this. I think like maybe even earlier today, and it was just like the perfect moment. It's like, oh yeah, by the way,
yeah. So as a mechanical thing though, Darius, you can make a roll. I think it's gonna be like a charisma save, I think.
Okay.
I think it's a charisma save. Anytime you want to, no, it would have to be a check. It wouldn't be a save because you're like pushing out with something. I'm trying to figure out what it would be if you wanted to like find out something about life energy that you see in these people, because it's not like you just like, all right, now I can see this everywhere. You're still like, kind of like pushing at the edges of it and trying to figure out how to use it. So I think just making a charisma check, probably.
Dang it, man. If it was a charisma save, that would have been so amazing.
yeah, it's going to be a charisma check, I think.
I just want to point out that if it was a charisma save, I would have plus 14.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
This doesn't get plus anything.
Okay. Well, it's still not bad.
Wait, I think. I could be wrong about that.
How do you have a +5 in charisma?
Because my charisma's 20.
because your Christmas 20. Sorry, I was looking at mine. I was like, how do you have that? Oh, right. Sorry.
Ari just doesn't have that.
Wow.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so it's 17.
But yeah, so basically this is, I mean, I didn't really need you to roll right now.
Oh,
actually.
I thought you said.
No, this just for the future, right? Like when you want to like look at someone and be like, what can their life energy tell me? Then you can make a roll and I can give you some information, right?
So I can tell like when we're fighting something, and I might be able to say, hey, this guy's almost dead.
You might be able to give.
Or
I could probably give you
guys,
exact hit points of people. Yeah.
Or I could be like, guys, we have been fighting this thing for an hour and like smacking at it, and it's like a quarter of its health's gone. So we need to get the heck out of Dodge.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I'm totally down with stuff like that. There could probably be more esoteric things you could learn too.
Ah, yes.
Ooh.
You might be able to make a roll and learn how many years someone has left to live. Like that could be a thing.
Or I could maybe see like
if they have any diseases that they don't know about.
Which would be really that would be really fitting because I'm pretty sure I'm immune to disease.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
just a normal thing.
Why not?
I am. I have divine health.
Yeah, I know.
It's
Yeah.
what happens when you are touched by divinity, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird.
When you die and come back, you get weird. So yeah, cool. So you see that little scene from Darius?
Weird. He died and came back.
He got better though, because he has a glorified body.
I got better.
I got better. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, I mean, I think we can probably go to the meeting, and
Yes.
have that.
I'm really awkward around Miggy.
Yeah, man, this reunion is just like, honestly, Miggy is like on the other side of the group from you. Like,
That's fine.
yep.
Also,
I'm mad
is
at
anybody
him.
going to cast any spells so Miggy can understand this meeting?
Yeah, is someone gonna do that?
Actually, before we start, I'll be right back.
I mean, we can take a break right here. This is probably a good time for a break anyway. And we can come back and actually have the meeting. So, yeah, stick around and we'll be right back with more Terra Nullius right after this. Bye.